Hello and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Kristen Hotop, and today I'm going to show you what I do for my veggie prep. That way I've got my healthy snacks and toppings ready to go for my salads throughout the week. So I have some cherry tomatoes. We've also got some sugar snap peas. I've got some broccoli florets. I have my baby carrots. I have some green peppers. They're not green, are they? Some bell peppers that we're gonna get chopped up. I've got some celery, and I've got a couple cucumbers that I have peeled and washed. So I'm gonna tip the camera down. I'm gonna show you how I prep my veggies, and here we go. All right, so there is, let's just start with those cucumbers that we've got. So I'm going to trim off the ends, and I'm just going to chop up these cucumbers. Now I love cucumbers, and in fact I have a friend who gave me a recipe for some cucumbers, so I'm going to try out her recipe today, putting some everything bagel seasoning on my cucumber slices. So I have sliced that down. I'm going to take the ones that don't have the seeds on the ends, and I'm going to toss those out and put the rest of the cucumbers into my bowl. So now I'm going to chop up the other one, again taking off those pieces that don't have the seeds. Give these a good chop. Some are thicker, some are not as thick. That's okay. However you like to eat them. And I'm gonna throw those into my bowl as well. So now I'm gonna move on to my peppers. So I've got my, not green peppers, but my bell peppers. I've got a red one, a yellow one, and an orange one. So I'm gonna give those a quick rinse. Over there at my sink. So those are all rinsed off. I'm going to chop the top off, take the seeds out. As you can see there, I just pop that top off. I like to take some of the ribs out too, just because it makes a better slice. Do the same thing with the orange pepper. Chop off the top, pull the seeds out, and the ribs. And sometimes you may have to do a rinse. This one's still got some seeds in there. So I just give them a quick rinse, and the seeds come right out. So now I'm gonna do the same thing with my yellow pepper. Cut the top off, pull the seeds out. Same thing with the ribs. This one also has a few seeds in the bottom. Give it a quick rinse, and it is good to go. So now if you can see here on my cutting board, I'm just gonna chop them in half, and then I'm gonna flip them sideways, so that way I can just run my knife through there, making some nice long slices. If you guys can see that there. And then I just turn it and make a few more long slices, and then that one is good to go. I'm gonna do my red pepper, and then after the video I'll do the other half as well. So you can see we're just slicing up this red pepper next into strips. Now I love just using the strips because then when I go to put them into a recipe, I can just pop them in half or whatever else I want to do with those. Same thing with the orange. We're just gonna make some long slices with that orange pepper, and then once I get down, I flip it sideways, do a few more slices, and now I've got all of my peppers that I'm gonna toss into my bowl next to my cucumbers. So there you can see I've got those good colors going in there. I'm just gonna set this on top so you guys can see. As I'm making my veggie salad for our little get together this afternoon. So I thought it'd be a good time just to show you how you can easily prep your veggies for the week. I love prepping my veggies for the week. I'm gonna throw some carrots here in the middle because I like to separate out my colors. Just makes the bowl look prettier. Stack my cucumbers up here, and then we're gonna put some broccoli there next to the carrot. So I just like to snap it just a little bit so the pieces aren't quite so big. These were some big broccoli florets that I got. So some of them are good sized, some of them are way too big. So you decide what you want to do on that. This one I'll pop them, make those a little bit smaller. I know I have green next to green, but that's just what I ended up with. And then I've got my cherry tomatoes. So these also need just a little bit of a rinse. I'm gonna take a big handful over to my sink. Quick rinse by rubbing my hands together. Throw those in. I'm gonna do another handful just because I love those cherry tomatoes. Actually, I don't think they're cherry, I think they're grape tomatoes. Yeah, they're grape tomatoes this time. So quick rinse, rubbing my hands together through those tomatoes, and now they are in that bowl as well. So I got one little spot left for my celery. So I'm just gonna do a couple of stalks of celery. So you pop those off, give those a quick rinse. Sometimes you'll find that celery does have some dirt inside, and then you can decide how much of the celery you want. So I usually chop off the big end of the celery, and then I chop off the top just to get rid of those leaves. And again, you decide what you want on yours. And then I need to make sure it fits in my bowl. So I'm gonna chop that one in half, and I'll just chop that one in half as well and slide that on in my bowl. So I've got a little bit of room left. I might just finish off this celery. I'll do a couple more here with you on the video. Give those a quick rinse over here at my sink. Now, if you find that your veggies are really dirty, or you want to make sure that they are extra clean, if you're worried about those pesticides and other things, you can use a veggie wash. There are some amazing natural veggie washes out there. There's also some ones that you can make at home. So whatever you decide you want to do to get your veggies prepped up and fresh. So there is my bowl of those amazing veggies. Dry my hands quick there, pop it back up. And I want to thank you guys for joining me today, learning how to prep veggies in less than 10 minutes. And you now have some great snack items, some items that you can add into meals to make them more nutritious by adding veggies, or those fabulous salads that I love to make throughout the week. So thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time and helping you get healthy.